Hello and welcome to this special edition of Access Asia dedicated to the Lunar New Year. More than 1 billion people globally will be celebrating. For most, it's the year of the rabbit, but in Vietnam, it's the year of the cat. A special celebration this year as COVID restrictions have finally been eased in China, but fears another wave of infections approaches. It is China's biggest festival, and with emigration, Lunar New Year has over the years spread around the world, allowing the country to boost its cultural soft power abroad. There are reasons to celebrate. This is the first Lunar New Year without COVID restrictions in China. That is also a reason to worry amid a surge of infections and an online crackdown against what authorities are calling COVID rumors. Antonia Kerrigan has more.
As China ushers in the year of the rabbit, it's a time of celebration. But it's also a time of crisis. The government claimed on Thursday the peak of the current deadly COVID wave had passed. But independent estimates predict COVID deaths will peak at 36,000 per day during this holiday season.
It's quite good. There's nothing to worry about anymore. The country has reopened this year. The pandemic is over. Many people got COVID, but I haven't caught it. It's quite good. I feel quite lucky.
Stations are abuzz as millions make the journey to rejoin their families. As of Wednesday, 480 million people had travelled cross-country since the 7th of January, a figure expected to surpass 2 billion into February.
I haven't been home for about 2 years. Now I'm so excited, so happy. I haven't seen my parents in 2 years.
But with so many leaving metropolitan COVID hotspots to rejoin rural communities where access to healthcare is limited, even leader Xi Jinping has expressed concern about potential spikes. And for those recently bereaved, the season is anything but festive.
New Year celebration? No celebration.
Beijing resident Zhang has lost 3 close relatives and 1 close friend since the start of December.
It's the mood. The mood. There's no holiday mood. The people are suffering. People are so anxious.
It's a so-called return to normal eclipsed by grief. And with a climbing death toll expected to surge during the holiday, the new year begins on a harrowing note.
Well, the Lunar New Year, huge holiday in China, but other people like Koreans and Vietnamese are also celebrating. Here to tell us more, Allison Sargent. Hello to you, Allison.
Hi, Will.
First, start by giving us some of the basics on the festival.
Well, the Lunar New Year, also called the Spring Festival, is based on the Chinese lunisolar calendar, so the actual date changes every year, but it always falls somewhere between mid-January and mid-February. It starts with the new moon, and then it lasts until the full moon, so a little bit over 2 weeks. This year, that's from January 22nd until February 5th. Now, one of the most popular origin legends about the Lunar New Year is about a mythical beast called Nian, a name that apparently sounds like the word year in Chinese. Now, it would arrive annually to terrorize a village until the villagers learned that it could be scared away by very loud sounds and also the color red. So that's one of the reasons why people tend to decorate during the Lunar New Year with red. They tend to wear red, and they also light a lot of fireworks.
Now, each year also associated with one of the 12 animals on the Chinese zodiac.
That's right. And this year, for most people, is the year of the rabbit. It's the 4th animal in the cycle. Last year was the year of the tiger. Next year is going to be the year of the dragon, which is seen by many as the luckiest year. There are actually often baby booms in China around the year of the dragon, which China could certainly use in this moment. Now, if you're curious, Will, famous rabbits include Chinese actor and martial artist Jet Li, the late American singer Whitney Houston, Argentine footballer Lionel Messi, and also Albert Einstein. Now, 2023 is the year of the rabbit in China and other countries like Korea, but for Vietnam, it is actually the year of the cat.
And there are some theories as to why the Vietnamese honor the cat instead. Jenny Shen takes a look.
Streets decked out with feline statues and shops stocked with cat-themed decorations. These colorful scenes mark the Vietnamese Lunar New Year, known as Tet. But instead of celebrating the year of the rabbit like neighboring China and other Asian countries, in Vietnam, 2023 is the year of the cat. A long-standing tradition that has differing explanations for the reasons why. One answer may lie in the rice fields prized by farmers.
Vietnamese culture is hugely rooted in agriculture, so cats are more suitable for this culture. For Vietnamese farmers, cats play an important role keeping out rats from the crops.
Some say it originates from a play on words. The Chinese word for rabbit, mao, sounds like meo in Vietnamese, which means cat.
Each country will have their preferences and their own favourite. But both cats and rabbits are kind animals, very quick and smart. China chose a rabbit while Vietnam prefers the cat, as each country has their own special beliefs.
The year of the cat, the Vietnamese say, is one that will bring good fortunes and smooth sailing.
Well, good fortunes and smooth sailing for the year of the cat. What about the year of the rabbit?
It definitely has positive connotations as well, Will. I was reading through some of the English language Chinese papers. A lot of articles like this one point out that rabbits are not only cute, but they're also seen as quite gentle and a symbol of peace, hope, and longevity. In Chinese culture, rabbits, interestingly, are also associated with the moon. Interesting to note that China's first ever lunar rover was called the Jade Rabbit. So all things that you think of when you think of rabbits. Given those positive associations, one of the images you just saw go by sparked a little bit of controversy. That was a New Year postage stamp released in mainland China. It was designed by a famous 99-year-old Chinese painter, Huang Yangyu. Now, I think it's quite cute. It was a little blue bunny. I don't know if you saw it, but as we read in the South China Morning Post, it got quite a bit of negative reaction. Here it goes again, the little blue one. A little bit of negative reaction there online. People called it horrifying and evil. They preferred the ones next to it you saw that were designed for Hong Kong and Macau. But I think that the blue one was really quite sweet.
Now, it is worth pointing out, in Chinese tradition, there are many things that you can do to improve your fortunes for any new year.
Yeah, people eat special foods, of course. Some of the ones I've seen mentioned a lot are dumplings for wealth, fish for abundance, long noodles for longevity, and sticky rice balls symbolizing family unity.
All of it sounds delicious.
All of it sounds quite delicious. I'm sorry I couldn't bring some for you. People often clean out their houses as well to prepare for the festival, which, as we've mentioned, of course, is spent with family. They also offer money in red envelopes like these ones. These say happiness and prosperity on them. I got them here in Paris, actually, in the 3rd arrondissement. It's one of the few neighborhoods in Paris, along with the 13th, that's had a long history of a Chinese population. There are red lanterns up right now to decorate, celebrating the festival. The Lunar New Year is celebrated, of course, in many parts of the world, wherever there's a big Chinese diaspora, and it's actually been declared for the first time a state holiday in the U.S. state of California.
Okay, I don't want to put you on the spot, Allison. I'm not going to ask you your age, but can you tell me your Chinese zodiac?
My Chinese zodiac is a complicated one because I'm born in the beginning of February, and so technically I should be born in the year of the dragon if you look at, Western calendars, but I was actually born before the new year that year, and so I am a rabbit.
Wow, how suitable. I think that might fit you. I'm year of the goat, a bit less exciting than your combination.
Still, no shame in the goat. They're all good.
Well, whatever your zodiac sign is and wherever you are, we wish you a happy and healthy year ahead. Thank you for joining Allison Sargent and I on this special edition of Access Asia. Please stay tuned to France 24.